Alright. We should be alive now. Unfortunately, my game died. Well, my game didn't die, but I was fucking close to it. Oh shit. Alright, that was awful. Ramu apparently got with commanded. I thought I was disconnecting again for a moment there, I was gonna cry. So I should put that further away. They're gonna come through. Shouldn't have taken that one, should have left them with the other thing. Never mind, they already have to. They're tethered. That's bad, isn't it? That feels like it's going to be bad. It really feels bad. You're covering the entire arena. But that's why you want them away from each other. Okay. It feels weird not having a magical rotation on Paladin. Like it's like it's there, but when it only finishes Requiem God, it's just not the same. So I have to spear something. That's the spear second, right? What is it? What is that? So happy that Holy Spirit does not fuck up your main rotation anymore. I've run out of 30 seconds. Want to not continue. Actually over here. Oh, okay, I think I think we could have waited till the stream for that, but okay. Oh fuck me. Well, at least I got rid of the one stacks. Easy. I've taken thy measure, bringer of light. Oh! You didn't hear that? You did not hear him say bringer of light, right? Nobody heard that. I don't need all of these. Oh. I thought I was prepared to expect anything, but I didn't expect Ramu to turn out quite like that. Appearance aside, he was quite aggressive as well. The Sith's belief in him was as a kindly guardian clearly makes a difference to his temperament. Anyway, I'm just glad it's over. Let's get back to the camp and see if anything's changed. Oh, now it's purple. The crystal's a different color, but apart from that, it looks all the same. It all looks the same. It may look the same, but it feels different. The air has grown slightly more humid. as it does before rain. I have to say, I'm not exactly prepared for wet weather. If Eden can control elements and so on, can you tell us to send those clouds somewhere else? Speaking of which, I'm not impressed with all this with its so-called powers. If changing yellow crystals to purple is the extent of its abilities, it's no surprise the fairy didn't bother showing up. I hope that whatever's next is more worthwhile. Damn, you're really an asshole. Rather than influencing the ground beneath our feet, Eden hath brought change to the firmament above. And yes, 'tis clear that a more dynamic element is required for the natural cycle of precipitation and evaporation to be complete. So we need movement. Would wind do the trick? Most certainly. It seems we have a plan. Let's not dwell too much on the effects of each individual element, and instead focus on seeing them all restored. The power of an oracle, not to be sniffed at, it seems. All my life you were a constant companion, your voice ever seeping into my mind. Why then of all times did you abandon me? Deaf even to the crashing of thunder? Or were you simply biding your time? Into the firestorm. Here we set out once more. Might I ask if thou art familiar with the process by which rain is made to fall? Gravity. I suppose so. Then thou shan't have difficulty understanding the explanation to come. The restoration of our first element, the M2 was once more blessed with the most essential ingredient in the cycle of precipitation, water. Under normal circumstances, the heat existed in the atmosphere would cause the water to evaporate from the land's surface. As invisible vapor, it is borne by the wind high onto the firmament, where it doth condense as clouds before descending once more, returning to the land in form of rain. It seems we need a wind aspected aether to create more clouds. That it hasn't rained yet must mean there aren't enough. And even before that, we need fire aspected aether to make the water evaporate. It seems to me that one's not much good without the other. Why don't you just draw out both elements together? You're suggesting the Sentient fight two deformed entities, each one as deadly as Ramu, at the same time. Do you realize how absurd that is? And yet, 'tis a notion that doth warrant further consideration. Oh, you can't be serious. Cast your mind, if you will, to the elemental wheel I did show you in the bookman's shelves. Wind giveth rise to lightning, whose spark doth produce fire. By restoring both wind and fire in tandem, we may maintain balance between these dynamic elemental forces. The ensuing battle shall indubitably present an ordeal unlike any sentient hath ever faced. I believe, however, that this path doth lead to the prize we seek. Or so perhaps it's so absurd after all, eh, Thancred? I wouldn't dream of questioning Aranche's grasp of the science behind it. My concern is for the burden this would place not only on Sentient but Reen as well. What do you think? What do you make of the plan? If Aranche thinks it'll work, I'm willing to give it a try. As long as you know what you're letting yourselves in for, you're going to need all your strength to see. So see that you get plenty of rest. Gaia. Let's go. Oh, for fuck. God. Why you gotta look so dorky? Yes, you're right. There's no use in trying to pilot Eden while I've got other things on my mind. It's about Gaia, you see. The truth is that apart from Alex and Alphino, I hardly know anyone my own age. I thought that I should make an effort to be nice to Gaia, but well, you've seen how she is around me. I understand that she's got her own problems to deal with, but I thought that maybe I could help her in some way. It's not my place to intrude, and I should probably just leave her be until we finish restoring the elements. After all, that's more important, isn't it? Let me talk to Gaia while you concentrate on the task at hand. Is what I would have said once upon a time. It seems to me that you're the one best qualified to take care of this little problem. I know she can be a bit pricky, to put it mildly, but if anyone can get through to her, it's you. Although we've only known her for a short while, we're all she's got, and I think she realizes that. Just let her know she's not alone and she'll come around eventually. Alright, I'll give it a try. Do you have any advice? Thancred certainly has the gift of the gab. He'll know what to say. I'm afraid that since arriving in the first, I've had only time to mingle with any of. I've had little time to mingle, and I haven't clue with. Okay. I've had little time to mingle with any of the locals, and I haven't had a clue what young women like Gaia would be interested in. That gives me an idea. I'll start with some small talk and go from there. Actually, since before she even woke up, I've been asking Lena about what's popular in the Crystarium. I thought it might be nice to show Gaia around the place one day, you see. So that's what you were doing. I suppose it makes for a nice change of pace from all that studying. And I must commend thee on thy choice of confidant. The captain's powers of observation maketh a veritable font of wisdom concerning the behavior of the Crystarium citizenry. Yes, and now it's time to put that knowledge to good use. Don't let the fear of rejection hold you back. Persistence is the key. Speaking from experience, by any chance? Whatever do you mean? Lessons learned from days spent in pursuit of ladies fair, one might suspect. God, you couldn't help yourself, could you? It's alright, Thancred. Your secret's safe with me. May I remind you that the reason we're here is to create a better future for everyone in the First, which includes you and Gaia. While it mightn't be on the same scale as bringing life back to the MT, if you're able to befriend her, that will be another way of contributing to a brighter tomorrow. So go on, she's waiting for you. Alright, wish me luck. You had the best observer that comes in from within earshot. What the fuck is this? What do you want? Oh, nothing really. It can wait till later. For all we know, there might not even be a later. If you've got something to say, hurry up and spit it out. Is everything alright? Not feeling strange for being around Eden or anything? Is that what you came here to talk about? Actually, I wanted to ask you. Would you like to go and have a coffee biscuit with me? What? Coffee biscuits. They serve them as at the second serving in the Crystarium. Everyone's talking about them, so I thought that maybe once we finished our work here, you and I could go there together. Let me get this straight. You came to talk to me about biscuits. Yes, they're light and crispy, and even when you dip them in coffee, they go all nice and squidgy. The only reason you've even interested in that in the first place is because everyone else is doing it. Can't you think for yourself? I do what I want when I want. After all, the world could end at any moment. That's not going to happen. Not even if I've got anything to do with it. Listen, guy, I understand that you're going. I understand what you're going through. Believe me, I do. But you mustn't lose hope. A new day will come. Then another and another. Life's not so bad if you give it a chance. If you give it a chance, you'll see. Shut up. You think you know me? Even I don't know who I am. Until I find the truth, I'll never be free. Then we'll find it together. I've seen enough pain, enough loss, and I don't want to see any more. And that includes you, Gaia. Why do you care so much about other people? What have they ever done for you? I'm sure you haven't forgotten how we Yulmorans treated you. The precious oracle of light. Like a bird in a cage. And yet you act as if none of that ever happened. So forgiving, so selfless. You and your family brought back the night sky, and you finally had the chance to lead a normal life. But instead you're flying around in a giant sin eater, trying to turn a barren wasteland into some sort of paradise. And for what? I may not remember much of my past, but I'm fairly certain I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. Out of morbid curiosity, I'll see it through to the end. But if you think that makes us friends, you're very much mistaken. Gaia. I surmised that to keep Gaia waiting over long would only agitate her further. Fuck, she's an asshole. To defeat the four manifestations of both wind and fire shall require every last mode of thy strength. That thou hast triumphed over such beings in previous encounters should be the be at the forefront of thy mind as we commence the summoning. Where are we going this time around, Jay? The place called Ashfall does satisfy our requirements, I believe. The fables speak of travelers sweltering beneath the blazing heat of the midday sun, while after nightfall, slicing winds that tear at their cloaks. I see. Hopefully it won't be quite that bad when I draw out the elements. Reen, my dear, may I remind thee that to focus is not the same as to deny other thoughts. Whatsoever it is that troubled thee, thou wouldst be better to acknowledge it, for acknowledging it. Yes, you're right, of course. It's Gaia that I'm worried about. That is well. May thy concern for her lend thee yet more strength. Slash nod. Yeah, always. Slash nod, always. Slash nod at everything. It's time. I'll begin drawing out wind and fire in equal measure. Saturn, we'll only get one chance at this, so let's make it count. Slash nod. Memories of Garuda if it rage through your mind. Furor. Now accessible. Slash contemplating life. Slash pride. Yeah, I'm doing the normal ones because I have to do the fucking quest. I'm outside walking my cat. Hey, walking your cat is important as well. They need air. Actually being a responsible owner there, taking them out, and not just letting them roam free. Otherwise, because if you roam them free, apparently you ruin the ecosystem, and that's bad. You have 1 year old now. Aww. Little Pepe. Small Pepe. Give it some pets from me. Oh damn, fast again. It worked.
Both wind and fire have answered the call. Reen, are you alright?
I think Reen just died. Yo, I'm fucking jamming. If you walk 2 meters, she somewhat has eaten most of. I mean, yeah, you can sometimes you just gotta eat everything. Then you just gotta eat grass. That was so fucking. Oh, holy shit. I'm fucking jamming. Jesus Christ. Oh, I opened it at 7. I like to get up. Straight into the magic game. And some health. Sheesh! Oh, eruption, we know that. That's boomer, but that's all. We know how to do that. Everybody knows that. Hot for what an attack. Again, okay. Ow. Yeah, I thought I was a poor monk. Yeah, fuck that. He just keeps dying. Oh god, they've come by. Oh, sheesh! Ow. Still gem. I wasn't even in the eruption. What do you mean? I was dead. I was flying. Technically wasn't in it. This is going great. Oh, and this is white. White. This is great. Had the same happen on PvP, get yeeted up and spawn the dragon. Yeah. Because apparently in the air also counts standing in something. Dragoon ult hit. Oh, I mean, to be fair, Dragoon hitting you in the air. That's like, kinda like the thing. Jumping and shit. Oh, the monkeys are being. No! No, 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 no! Nailed it, flawless run, no deaths. Slash nod. The monk gets the fucking commendation. Man's earned it. Man's a champ. That was incredible. I've never imagined they would fuse together like that. But you took them down all the same. I suppose sitting on this. Wait, you guys got heat over there? Okay, have fun, Kyo. See ya. I suppose the main thing is that we are now 2 elements closer to restoring the 8th of the empty. Let's go and see what difference it's made. That one, I guess. Oh wow, fancy. It looks like a watermelon. It's hot AF outside, bro. Oh god. That is unfortunate, Kyo. It actually worked, just like Oriantia said it would. Everything we could have hoped for. Came off my pad is dying. Later. See ya, Kyo. Sleep well. Don't die. All that. Indeed, our endeavors have been repaid manifold. I wonder what will happen when we restore ice. Is something the matter? One more element, and then what? You'll have achieved the impossible while I'll still be nothing. No memory, no past, no family, nothing. The world has moved on and left me behind. Anyone who ever knew me is either dead or gone. So, Almighty Eden, you can mend this broken world, but you can't restore one girl's memories? Give me my life back, damn you. I still hunger. Aha! Extinguish the accursed light. Awaken our true power. Enough riddles. Tell me who I am. You are... I am... Gaia. Gaia. She holds the seed of Gaia. Gaia. What? Gaia, what's wrong? Reclaim your memories. Fulfill your destiny. I don't understand. Gaia, can you hear me? Get away from me! Amidst the sound of falling rain, your voice called from within. Long after the rain passed, your voice echoed on. While this downpour is precisely the result we were looking for, the novelty of standing outside in the rain does wear off rather quickly. Not to mention Gaia's looking a bit under the weather. Let's continue this conversation in Eden's core. Is that called Heart of Darkness? It is. Oh fuck. Not poggers. Ere we set forth to restore the element of ice, I will discuss the manner in which the summoning shall be undertaken. Just tell me one thing. Is this going to bring the empty back to the way it was before the flood? While none can say for certain, the change we have observed at points of the ethereal intersection doth give us cause for optimism. It may be reasonably assumed that the empty shall continue to transform and in the decades to come regain a semblance of its former state. Decades? I don't think you've quite grasped the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It would have swallowed the entire world if Menphilia hadn't stopped it. Even if Reen has inherited her blessing, wounds like that doesn't heal overnight after all. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. And it might take even longer than that to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know that it will stay like this forever unless we do something about it. My sentiments precisely. Only once the final element is restored shall we have a glimpse of the future that awaited those of generations yet to come. You do all this for a world you may not live long enough to see. While here I am so absorbed in my own problems that I spare barely a thought of for anyone besides myself. Character development! Yay! For so long I've listened to that voice, telling me what to do, who to be. I was so scared of what might happen if I disobeyed. But I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. If Reen's the Oracle of Light, here to mend this broken world, what does that make me? Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, bringer of misery and death, a monster. It's no wonder they left me, mother, father, and next it'll be all of you. Then I'll be back where I started, where I've always been, alone. Gaia, is it the fairy? What's wrong? Afraid I might lose control and ruin all your carefully laid plans? No, it's you I'm worried about. Reen, I'm going outside to clear my head. You just do what you need to do, alright? Something's wrong. I know it. That much is clear. If we have to have a repeat of her first visit to Eden, we may even be joined by those void-sent friends of hers. If you go and see what Gaia is doing, Oriancha and I will stay with Reen. Doing your mom. My name is Gaia. That's what you said, isn't it? Eden, the flood. What does it all mean? No, it can't be. Is this what I've been waiting for all this time? Finally, you remember. Ah! What is this? It's bad, is what it is. The darkness that dwells within you, Gaia. The accursed spawn of light are drawn to it, like moths to a flame. Pathetic, mindless. Oh fuck. Sin eaters? Certain, re-senses sin eaters. What's happened? Don't try to fight them. Just bring Gaia back inside. Quickly now. What happened to her? That's a concern for later. First we must deal with those sin eaters. Sentinel, if thou wouldst care to repel our assailants without I would test things with the standing guard within. I shall send to Gaia meanwhile. Iconoclasm. Iconoclasm. Like a fucking alien or some shit. Iconoclasm. Iconoclasm. Maybe just return to outside hand to it's only to repair, so it's just easier. Oh yeah, I can just do this, right? what I thought. Oh great. Nobody's queuing for this one. Check where we have to put in that diagonal. It's probably in what on? That feels like it will make sense. Oh shit. Perhaps. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Well, that reminds me. We could also do. But still can fine. That's the one bit we already did, but it's good to see you, Center. I'm pleased to report the Master Garland and the others uncovered a fair bit of useful information on the Empire facility in Tencliff. In fact, he'd like to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll reveal what they found. Once you're ready to depart, your escort will lead them. Don't need that one right now. Already. What's that with journey ahead? Yes, travel to Tancliffe. Now that you're here, perhaps Sid will find it deign to dispense his findings. Severa, inform him of Senton's arrival. Thanks for coming. Come. So, what have you discovered? To tell the truth, we were lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the length to which the Imperials went in covering their tracks. You see, the hangar below was not just used to store the weapons, but played a critical role in their creation. We now know the code names given to 3 of the weapons, Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. Obviously we are all familiar with the first 2, but the third is something of an unknown quantity. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another of those abominations. At the very least. The problem lies in ascertaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported either by land or air. Which of course leaves only one option, the sea. According to what fragments of data we were able to recover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities, much like the Sapphire. Mean that its escape from Tancliffe would have gone undetected and could potentially be anywhere by now. But if Alphonse plans to have it absorb with more primals, the logical choice would be also, yeah. And traveling by sea would allow him to circumvent the front line of Gimel entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Hold your chocobo, Severa. It seems that the Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Tancliffe. It's far more likely that it was transported to another facility in order to add the finishing touches. If your supposition is correct, that would narrow our search to but 2 possible locations: Castrum Marinum in the Ronto Sea and Castrum Ocidus in eastern Lanosca. Both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion, your former subordinates, guys. Be it as it may, our objective is unchanged. Valdolin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Ocidus, while Senton and I head for Castrum Marinum. Should we locate the Emerald weapon, we would give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're still repaying the damage sustained during the encounter with the Sapphire weapon. While elegant machinery has its uses, it's buggered to find replacement parts in a pinch. We've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior itself is in no fit state for combat. While I'm aware this is a far more adequate replacement, I can provide an ironworks submersible to help Centron and Gaius reach Castle Marianum. I'll have one set ahead up to Vesper Bay. A submersible, eh? I don't much like the sound of that. Perhaps Severa and I should count ourselves fortunate that our destination can be approached by land. I pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Centron. It'll be fine, hopefully. It's time we depart. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. I'm looking at a friend is apparently going for houses. Damn. Imagine getting a house in 2020. As per Master Galen's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. But before you depart, I've received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleague in Tancliffe. Apparently some sort of levitating, hand-like appendages, 6 of them, in fact. Though we're not quite sure what purpose they serve, it sounds like having eyes in the back of your head might come in handy. But that's all we know I'm afraid. You have our thanks. After all, forewarned is forearmed. If the emerald weapon has indeed been transported to this castrum, it would need to enter via the dry dock. We shall do likewise. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but the security system can be tricked into recognizing us an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the emerald weapon be activated, it is only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. We must silence the war machina before this happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul at its helm the mercy of a swift death. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you, but I fear I would only slow you down. As such, I shall provide what support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the emerald weapon must be defeated at all costs. Sweet. Time for queue for 2 things at the same time that nobody does. Ah yes, behold Uldar, the big city. The science may be over and done, but I keep returning to these halls out of force a habit. The fact that he was wondering, I think the only one who can shake it. Now the science I know more, I'm trying to decide what I should do next. All I know is I'm certain that I want to and continue helping those in need. Santa brought a succor not only our realm, but the world entire. I hope that Abba, Aula, and all those scattered to the 4 winds are proud of us. You don't say anything, and you don't say anything either. Wait, yeah, you don't. Let's go. This is it, the emerald weapon. I've been expecting you, hero of Eorzea. Look, Father, this is the power that we command. Anti-icon wall magnet, the emerald weapon. Here you get very cool, very cool. I've seen other people do that, but kind of like optimize ultimate. But oh wait. Oh, that's very handy. Ha 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 ha. Oh, like that. Okay, I thought it was gonna be B. Right, safe. Oh, this is going east. No, 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 no. Oh, actually, I could have survived if I stayed there for a while. Oh wait, was that Oversoul? That must have been. Activating Oversoul. Builds are combat data ready. Initiating organic core override. Ali Alphonse, this is goodbye. What is the meaning of this? Wait, that's a witness to the glory of the Empire. This is where at the time of the invasion, could the synthetic aura something synthetic aura site, something it's probably might make fans of these happen. Going great, very good. Oh wait, I didn't get hit, Paul. Yeah. Mine. I guess the victory music just definitely felt like a victory. And so it ends. But why would Rex throw away his life for this? You're right. If I am ever to learn the truth, I must concentrate on the task at hand. Of course, we don't need to wait for Sid's analysis to tell us whose combat data was used on this occasion. It galls me to think that my techniques and strategies could be so closely replicated. Nevertheless, the observations I made during the battle may yet prove useful. As a matter of fact, that was not the only information I was able to gather. I intercepted a signal that revealed the troops stationed here were permitted to withdraw, seemingly in return for assisting the 7th Legion. They must have known that the Alliance would follow the Emerald Weapon here sooner or later and made good their escape. I mean, the way is now clear for Sid to inspect the more Machina's remains. We got here as soon as we could. Not that we could have done anything to prevent this tragedy. From what we know, it seems that the Emerald Weapon was ilm for ilm, a great deal more powerful than the previous two. If this is allowed to continue, who knows what sort of monstrosity the 7th Legion will conceive next. Nevertheless, Centon has once again proven himself capable of overcoming the worst the Empire has at its disposal. You may be relieved to hear that Castor Orchidens was free of anything resembling a weapon. Unfortunately, it was also devoid of any useful leads, and we came away empty-handed. In all honesty, part of me wishes we had never found the Emerald Weapon. Perhaps then Rex would not have been forced to make the ultimate sacrifice. I only hope that he is finally at peace. We will do what we can to spare others from sharing his fate. I and the Ironworks will search this place from top to bottom for clues as to the 7th Legion's plans. Before that, allow me to sweep the area for booby traps and the like. I would not put it past the Imperials to have left us a few surprises for us. Agreed. I'll go with you. With that in mind, I'll begin my examination of the Emerald Weapon. Carefully, that is. Alphonse, you knew all this time, didn't you? Melisande and Recon too. Everyone except me. And you, Rex? Yes, that's what the synthetic Orosite system is. The fusion between pilot and core is the key to Oversoul. And unless we use it, we don't have a chance of beating Father's newfound friends. They stand between us and the primals, without which the weapons will never reach their full potential. We thought that if you knew the truth about Oversoul, you'd try to stop us. Of course I would, but what I don't understand is why all of you are so willing to give your lives for the weapon project. What is it all for? It all began the day Father left. Without his guidance, his protection, the Guardians lost any respect they once had for us. But their cruelty pales in comparison to Valence. To him, conscripts like us are expendable commodities. An endless supply of test subjects for his twisted experiments. But no matter what they do to us, we will never lose hope. If it is the duty of the strong to lead the weak, we will become strong and protect those who cannot protect themselves. The weapon project will give us the strength we need. We will create a world where people like us can live without fear or persecution. We want you to see this new world for yourself, Ellie. Even if we must give our lives to make it a reality. But why me? The years spent serving the Empire has changed us all, except you, Ellie. Even after everything you've seen, you're still caring, innocent girl we grew up with. More than any of us, you deserve a chance at happiness. That's what we all agreed. Ellie, listen to me. Right now, the soldiers assigned to watch over us have been called away to the capital. Now is our chance to get you out of here. Then why don't you come with me? If Alphonse and I were to run away, they'd only force others to take our place. We can't let that happen. This is our way of upholding the ideals Father instilled in us. Our lives are a small price to pay for Violet's freedom. No, how can you expect me to leave you behind? I won't do it. We will forever be at your side, Ellie. Rex, take her to the holding cells. No, let me go! Jesus Christ! What the fuck? So win or lose, the plan is to hand over the casting to Father, is that right? Yes, they'll take Ellie into their custody before the Guardians return, while you will be free to pilot the Emerald weapon without her interfering. We can't let her hinder the completion of the weapon project. I'm counting on you, Alphonse. Don't let our sacrifices be in vain. Rex, have you forgotten what I told you? You mustn't use Oversoul. I can't lose you too. We both know I can't win without it. Besides, we need the combat data for the Emerald Weapon fighting at its peak if we're to have any chance of perfecting the synthetic Aurosite system. You know I'm not the sort to do things by halves. Forgive me, Rex. Don't you worry about me. If this is where I meet my end, I'll do it with a smile on my face. The rest is up to you, Alphonse. Holding cells, guys. Holding cells. This is the girl you spoke of, yes? She was locked in a cell, but I saw no harm in letting her out. I can't say for certain, but it seems she's been through quite an ordeal. No. Why, Rex? Why? I can't scream too much, my window's open. Guys, once we've extracted the core, we'll take it back to Turncliffe for analysis. Perhaps she should come with us. There's no use in her staying here. Severa has taken care of Allie, but it may be some time until her nerves have settled. If the vision you witness is indeed true, Alphonse and Rex locked her away for her own safety. When she is ready, I would know more of what her brother hopes to achieve, and why he must resort to such desperate measures. Allie's condition has improved somewhat, but she remains in a state of shock. We must give her more time to recover. There was one other thing that I thought you should know. When we checked her for injuries, we saw that her back is covered in welts and bruises. Who did this to her? It seems she was subject to beatings on a regular basis. Judging by the varied stages of bruising, I dare say this was the work of her Garlean masters. You speak as though you've seen this before. Seen? I have lived through it myself. I was born in Verald, 23 summers past. My mother was a local woman, but my father was a pure-blooded Garlean and a member of the occupying forces. Though I know very little about him, his rank afforded me imperial citizenship. His acknowledgement of our familial ties was the extent of the responsibility he took up for bringing me into this world. Still, it is more than can be said for most of his ilk. My mother and I were shunned by the people of Verald, who treated us as badly as the Garleans did, if not worse. I thought that if I were to become an imperial soldier, my position might somehow deter those who would cast scorn on my mother, if only out of fear, and so I joined the army. The acceptance I earned was but temporary, however, and my superiors were quick to blame my perceived shortcomings on my savage lineage. Rather than waste time on official court-martials, they administered their own form of corporal punishment. I was eventually assigned to the 12th Legion and fought under Xenos, Galvis, and Alamigo. In the chaos that followed our defeat, I seized the opportunity to flee to Verlet. While it was never much of a home, it was all I had, but nothing could prepare me for what waited. My mother had for many years suffered from poor health and relied on medicine to keep her alive. In my absence, the Garleans had denied her treatment, claiming that it would be wasted on savages. By the time I could return to her side, there was naught I could do. There was nothing left for me in Verlet. I would be punished for desertion if the Imperials discovered the reason for my return, and I was never accepted by my so-called countrymen to begin with. I ran as far as my legs would carry me. It was then that I met Gaius. That's the truth of it. Other than a few scant details, I knew naught of your past. It sickens me to think that I once fought under the same banner as such vile creatures. I'd always believed it to be the duty of the strong to lead the weak, yet there are those who become drunk on the power afforded by their station, and prey on the ones they should protect. Like a canker, this corruption has spread to every part of the Empire. Even those with Guardian blood, such as myself, are subject to their cruelty. They hold particular contempt for the Aurora, an easy target for abuse being so few in number. Perhaps, like me, Allie thought she would be spared such treatment once she joined the army. Alas. I only hope that with time, Allie can put the past behind her and make a new life for herself. But for now, all we can do is wait for her delirium to subside. It is Valdelune's turn to keep watch. Let us ask him if there has been any change. If there has been any change. Oh, hey, Dragon, welcome. Welcome to the fun. I suppose you're here to ask about Allie. Welcome to me trying to do my best at not dying. Is she well enough to speak with us? As her condition has improved somewhat, I would say so, provided you do not cause her any undue distress. Wait here. Doing alright. Just vibing, honestly. How are you? How have you been? How you doing? Vibing with you. Ali, I'm sorry. What happened to Rex? It's my fault. It was my fault. Hey, that's nice to hear. Melisandre and Rickon too. They died because of me and my foolish ambitions. Hope. I'm very happy because I've started school again and that's very nice, even though I've not been able to stream as much. Father, no. Let's not go on. Please, Ali, you must tell me what. You must tell me all you know. Of course. First, I need to know what became of you and your siblings after we parted. After we were parted. So much has happened. It seems like a lifetime ago. After your disappearance, we were all assigned to the newly reformed 7th Legion. At first, each legate was quickly replaced by the next, until eventually a man named Valens van Varo was given command. He was sent from the capital, but before that he was a specialist in experimental magitech weaponry. We later discovered that he was ordered by Emperor Varus to complete a project involving anti-primal war machina, the weapons. But after the Emperor's death, he was free to employ whatever methods he saw fit, and his greed for power only grew. Some even say he is planning to use the power of the weapons to lay claim to the throne. But I think there's another reason for his obsession with the weapon project. Not that he'd ever tell anyone, but he's always muttering to himself, and I've been able to put the pieces together. He's jealous of you, father. Lemare jealousy? Valens van Varo. I must admit, it was only recently that I first heard that name. Valens, I am pronounced good. Valens used his knowledge of magitech to devise various military strategies. He was given a position in the army and quickly rose through the ranks. That was until one man stood in his way. You, father. He was one of the candidates to lead the new 14th Legion, but that role fell to you. After that, he was assigned to serve under a far more gifted engineer, Nero, who was in charge of restoring the ultimate weapon. Valens has resented you ever since, going so far as to oppose the ideals you upheld, where you treated those who served the Empire based on merit rather than on their race or origin. Valens is adamant that the pure-blooded Garleans are superior to all others. It never ceases to amaze me how far some will go in the name of revenge. All that hatred's festering away. Nothing good could ever come of it. So the marks on your body are his handiwork. Yes, to Valens and his men we are no more than fodder for his experiments. Playthings in which they can vent their frustrations. Every day is filled with nothing but pain. Jesus Christ. If I had remained in Garlemald, you would never have been forced to endure this abuse. It's not your fault, father. We could have fled from Valens if we'd wanted to. After all, we're expendable and easily replaced. The truth is, that's exactly why we couldn't run. In saving ourselves, we would be condemning others. But if we were to stay, to see the weapons project to its completion, we would gain the power to defeat Valens and the Empire itself, freeing the world from its tyranny. Interesting. That way we might start afresh. and find a place we can call home. And not just for us, but for anyone who wishes to live in peace. You would give your lives for a future you may not live to see. We took courage from your teachings, Father. The strong must lead the weak, and we would gain that strength by whatever means necessary. We will fight for the sake of those who cannot. But we knew that you'd never consent to our participation in the weapon project, which is why we couldn't turn to you for help. As the pilots, we're the only ones who are able to stop Valens. We know just how powerful the weapons are. He would use them to bring the world to its knees. And his masterpiece is the worst of them all. If I could only get my hands on it, then I could save Alphonse and all of Verdit. Father, I know you and Alphonse stand on opposing sides of this conflict, but there must be some way you can help him. He may have called you our enemy before, but he never meant it. He still loves you, Father. You're everything he aspires to be. I failed you all. But I refuse to abandon him to his fate. I will free him from Valens, if it is the last thing I do. Thank you. He needs you, now more than ever. Listen, Ellie. I once sought the strength to rebuild the world as I saw fit. But the ultimate weapon was born not to create, but to destroy. Alphonse must not follow in my footsteps. I know all too well where they lead. I will do all I can to help your brother. Pray, tell me where he is. I'm sorry, I don't know where he could be. In that case, I shall have the Alliance dispatch scouts. Wherever he is, we will find him. As for you, Ali, you must stay here and rest. Wait, you're the one who fought Rickon and Melisante, aren't you? We're the ones who threatened your homeland. You only did what you had to do. I have no right to ask this of you, but... lend my father your strength. Save Alphonse. Of course, that's what I do. I know now that why they call you hero. Alphonse, I'll do what I must to free you, even if it means going against father's wishes. But I have a good feeling about his new friend. Severa, see that she has everything she needs. Our allies must be informed of these troubling events. May I ask you to relay this news to the troops in Garabania? Your loving father act may fool the others, Gaius, but not me. For every life you've saved, you've ended 1,000 more. Or is this your idea of redemption? Call it what you will. For all my transgressions, I believe I still have a part to play. Was I wrong to spare you that day? Or will you honor your word? It seems the time has come for the Black Wolf to show his true colors. Black isn't my color. Bro, whatever. So then I can have it show drawn weapon. We recently received word of your victory over the Emerald Weapon. I expect it was another fine display on your part. Not that any of us were there to see it. For that reason, we'd be grateful if you could give us a blow-by-blow account, if you wouldn't mind. Good grief. It sounds like you had an awful lot to contend with. Rather you than me. I should add this to our ever-growing stack of reports. Should anyone wish to review this information ahead of our next sortie. Now, if I may say so, it looks like your ordeals have taken their toll. We'll let you know if anything requires your attention, but until then, be sure to get some rest. Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's correction chamber. Correction chamber? Really? Three weapons, 3 pitiful displays of ineptitude. Ah! To make matters worse, one of my prime candidates, your precious sister, no less, has escaped. And who should she go crawling to but the swine Gaius? After everything I've done for her, and this is how she repays me. As her older brother, it's your responsibility to instill some discipline in her, and you've failed miserably. Well, don't just stand there, boy. Oh, of course, it's your first time, isn't it? Come along, there's no need to be shy. You see, something wicked has taken hold of this young man, and it's our job to cleanse his troubled spirit. It may look painful, but it's the only way, I assure you. He'll be ever so grateful, and you want him to get better, don't you? There's a good boy. Now let's try again, shall we? Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. He's fucking clinically insane. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Oh god. Burn out the bad. I don't wanna voice this. This feels weird. Oh god. Jeez. Damn the rapid fire clapping. Well done. You've all made Father proud. Very proud indeed. these children. It's fucking. As for you, I thought you were cut above the rest of the savages, but it appears I was mistaken. And since you allowed that wretched sister of yours to escape, it falls to you to act as her replacement. I choose you as the next pilot, and your mission is simple. Kill Gaius Van Belsar, whatever it takes. And if you so much as ascertain the idea of betraying me again, I'll exterminate every last one of your kind. Like the vermin they are! What the fuck is that face? Having said that, we will be forcibly initiating Oversoul using Xenos' combat data, so whatever schemes you may be hatching will never come to pass. All you need to do is sit back and let the synthetic oversight system do the work, with you as its conduit. You should thank me for allowing you to become part of my masterpiece. Your worthless existence will finally have some semblance of meaning. What the fuck? What the fuck? Lord Valens, preparations for the Oversoul trial are complete. We await your orders. Splendid. There's never a dull moment around here. Now then, boys. Who'd like to see something special? Oh god. No. Come along, everyone. Father has secrets to share with you. What kind of secrets? You got some candy in your van or something? My free candy van, huh? Oh my. Exactly, like, oh yay, free candy, and then there's just kids, and then you're like, bitch, I don't want kids, I want candy! This is my chance, and it's all thanks to the sacrifices made by my dear siblings. Finally, the weapon will be mine to command. Once it has reached perfection, I will be unstoppable. First Valens, then the Empire itself will fall, and we will be free at last. Father, keep Ali safe. Sandia, Recon, Rex. I'll see this through to the end, I promise. Well, honestly, that Valens guy, he seems so fucking creepy. I wouldn't put it past me if he got some candy in the van. Until then, watch over me. Oh shit, it's not candy. What the fuck? They also lost a child. So, is it ready or not? The trial sequence has been primed, sir. Then get on with it. Initiating synthetic oversight system. Loading diamond weapon simulation. What's going on? You're helping us with a little research is all. Whatever your name is. The time has come for you to contribute to the glory of Garlemald. This isn't what we agreed. You said that if I took part in this experiment, you'd let my family go. You have Xenos data loaded, yes? Activate Oversoul and be quick about it. Understood, Lord Valence. Galvus combat sample ready. Initiating organic core override. Ah! My mind is no. If this is what it takes to protect you both, I love you. I'm so sorry. Where is my prey? Organic core override complete. Xenos J Galvus data loaded. Subject is instinctively bound to seek out prey right from the outset, regardless of the combat prowess it may boast. I need an obedient servant, not a ravenous beast. Enough, shut it down. Deactivating synthetic oversight system. Oh god. I'm playing on Twintania at the moment. How revolting. What a mess it makes of the cockpit. Adjust the settings to prepare for another run. Fortunately, we have the next test subject ready and waiting. But sir, you agreed to release his family in exchange for his cooperation. Yeah, that is the kid. Oh god, what is? He's just laughing! My, I never knew you had such a wonderful sense of humor. The great Valens Van Vero, bargaining with savages. Ha, more fool him for trusting me in the first place. Jesus Christ! Unfortunately, I think I might have to take a nap because my head really hurts and I don't know why. It doesn't normally. It's only normally when I hit the 6-hour mark in streaming. I don't know what's going on. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to head out. I'm gonna continue these next time, I guess. Yeah. So, thank you for being here. I really hope to see you next time, because I don't know when that's going to be. Sometime next week. Because maybe tomorrow if I'm lucky, but yeah, it's just that my head hurts, so I don't know. I just need to take my headset off for a bit and be like relaxed. So yeah, thank you for being here. I really hope to see you next time. I really appreciate the support and all that as well. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, goodbye.